So let's talk about what love is. I saw an episode of Miami Vice many years ago. Maybe some of you know that show. If you do, you know Sonny Crockett, the central character, played by Don Johnson. Well, in this particular episode, the focus is on Robbie Kahn, a longtime friend of Sonny's. Now, Robbie has a father who's big time into illegal gambling in Florida. And Crockett doesn't know this because Robbie changed his name from Kanata to Khan many years ago because he was ashamed of what his father does. Nevertheless, he's maintained a connection with his father because he borrowed money from him when he got back from Vietnam to start his own business. And ironically, he started a casino, just like his father. But his father's casino fronts the illegal gambling organization. Now, a young woman fleeing an abusive husband has come down from New York with her little baby. And she's gotten a job as a cocktail waitress in the father's casino. But she gets let go after the first shift because she gets skittish when the patrons fuel her up, spills a tray full of drinks, and the head of the waitstaff figures she's not going to work out. Now she's desperate. She has no money, no place to go, the little baby dependent on her. Well, the stand-up comic who's working the club at that time notices her, and the comic is good friends with the partners who own the casino. So he takes her up to the office, the partner's office, orders her some food, and promises her that he will get her job back. Now she's grateful, but not as grateful as he wants her to be. So while he's putting the moose on her, she kills him with a steak knife in self-defense. And then she's really scared, so she runs. But before she runs, she grabs a basket that food came in to carry her baby, and she grabs some papers off the desk to line the basket. Unknown to her, those papers are illegal gambling sheets, and if they fall into the hands of the authorities, they'll put the partners, or they'll send the partners up the river for many years to come. So the partners put out a hit on this young woman. And though the baby is not included in the hit, there's a good chance it will get killed as well because hitmen are concerned about innocent bystanders. They just want to get in, do the job, and get out. Well, we're going to fast forward. Crockett now knows who Robbie's father is. And he also knows that Robbie knows when and where this hit is going to go down. So he confronts Robbie, and Robbie gives all the reasons he can't let Crockett know. First reason, he can't sell out his own flesh and blood for the sake of a stranger. Now, I once knew a young woman who told me that she would never do anything to hurt her father, no matter what. And I said, not even to save an innocent person? And she said no. Not even to save the life of a little baby? She was in tears at that point. But she said no. She would never do anything to hurt her father. I guess one can understand that in a way, even if one doesn't agree with her. Anyways, it doesn't work here because Crockett tells Robbie, you mean you'd sacrifice this innocent young woman and her baby, to save your scumbag of a father, of whom you're so proud you changed your name? So now, Robbie goes to the next defense. He says, for the first time since he got back from Nam, he can hold his head up like a man. He's got his own business. He's a member of the church. He pays his way. He's got respect. And now Crockett is asking him to give all that up just to save this woman and her baby. Crockett says to Robbie, all that has got nothing to do with respect. The only thing that counts is that when you look at yourself in the mirror in the morning, if you can live with what you see. Then Robbie goes to the third defense, the most persuasive of all. He says, if I do what you say, if I give up my father and his partner to save this woman and her baby, they'll hurt my own family. They'll kill my own son. Crockett says, don't you get it? If you don't help me save this woman and her baby, you'll never be able to really look at your son ever again. That gets at what love is. And all the defenses we put up against love. I will spend many a future episode unpacking the implications of that story.